Yo, 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 it's your boy Drew with Front Row Media, and we have another episode of the Logan Sunday League Weekday Warmup. We're going to be going into Week 6 here because we did have our bye week for 4th of July. This episode is going to be mainly focusing on the Week 6 matchups. We're going to be going over the seeding and then going into the different matchups and what we're looking for on there. The really good part about this is because we have all the time we have to go over with the teams, we're going to be really focusing in on what game plans we could be looking at here, the different matchups we could be seeing, and what we really could be looking for going into that Week 6 here. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest here. Of course, we have the commish, Mondo Sr. How you doing, my man?
Awesome.
How was your 4th of July weekend, man?
It was great. Got to spend time with the family, see some fireworks, and I hope everybody enjoy themselves too. So
Yeah. There were some really good fireworks this year. Saw some new ones that I hadn't seen before, and I thought that was really cool.
I felt like they were longer too.
Yeah, hey, I'll take it, man.
They put a few extra ones in there.
Sometimes you're just trying to go to bed, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and jump in, man. You ready to talk some basketball?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Well, because we do have that short, I guess we had that bye week, we do have a little bit of bandwidth here to go over the teams. We're going to go over the matchups. Before we do so, we're going to go ahead and jump into the seeding for after Week 5. Mondo, let's go ahead and run through our seedings going into Week 6 before we go through our matchups.
Here they are still. Number 1, Cobras, 4-1. Lobos, 4-1, sitting in number 2 spot. Number 3 spot, Pistoleros, 3-1. Taking number 4 spot, Shockers, 3-1. Mambas, 5 spot, 3-2. Taking that number 6 spot, Baja, 3-2. Cache Valley Z's, 2-2. La Puerta, 2-2. Number 9, the Bombers, 1-3. Warriors, 0-5, and L&D 0-5, sitting at number 11.
Nice. Now, we're not going to go too deep into the different seedings here. We did do that last week with our warm-up from last time.
Yep.
So we just wanted to take a look at the seeding here. I'm liking the top of the leaderboard. I'm liking the middle of the pack as well.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a really good week for us to see maybe some separation between these packs a little bit. The middle of the pack here is looking very, very congested with those 2 loss teams. The top of the pack with those 1 loss teams is looking pretty congested as well. I think it's about time we maybe see that little bit of a separation there in that middle and top, don't you think?
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to see some new
some new things, some new seedings,
some new seedings here.
Some
There's
this,
gonna be
some of that.
Some changes here after in this Week 6. So yeah, you'll definitely see some new another team go up to that maybe number 2 spot. So we'll see.
Awesome.
So.
Well, let's go ahead and go into the Week 6 matchup previews. We're going to go ahead and go one by one. We do have the full schedule, and I'll go ahead and put it here for us to see. Now, while you take a look at that schedule, one thing we're going to do is we're going to go hour by hour or game by game, and we're just going to break down what we expect, what we've seen from the teams, and kind of what we think could be some really good things to keep an eye on as a basketball fan, as a Logan City fan, as the fan of the Sunday League, all those kind of things. So let's go ahead and jump into it, Mondo. What do we have Week 6 for our 9 o'clock game?
Yeah, Week 6, second half of the season here, starting at 9 o'clock game, Baja versus Bombers. The 10 o'clock game, Lobos versus L&D. The 11 o'clock game, Mambas versus Cache Valley Z's. And then our 12 o'clock game, La Puerta versus Cobras. And then our 1 o'clock game, Shockers versus Pistoleros. And then our bye week, Warriors are taking a break.
Oh, man. Warriors have had a heck of a season. I think they really get a good bye week here, so good for them.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump to the top there. Let's go ahead and start with our 9 o'clock matchup. You said that was a Baja versus Bombers.
Yeah, that should be an exciting one. A lot of energy from the Bomber side. You got a couple good ballers on that team. We got Connor Child, Alex Galarza stepping up. Like last game before the break, he dropped somewhere around 19 points. Just give it to straight up balling. And then one of their other top leaders in there is Juan Quintero. So it should be a fun matchup against Baja. They were at number 1 spot. They dropped a little bit, but I think Baja it's going to be a good game for them too. So
yeah, I think I always called Bombers my underdog.
Yeah,
I still hold to it. I think there's something there that they have. I think after seeing their showcase with Lobos, It definitely is some work there.
Yeah.
But definitely not lost. Baja is going to be a big challenge.
Yeah.
Bombers, they really, I always talk about how, man, I really hope to see them put it together as a team a little bit more. They got some fiery personalities there. And if they can meld it together into a game plan, it could form into a really good foundational team there. This stuff that I'm talking about, Mondo Senior, has to happen against the Bombers at this point. It has to happen. It very well can have some negative consequences to go into that and get blown out. At that point, it's a mindset thing because you can get blown out and you can be okay with it too. It's not a bad thing. But as a team progressing, as a team putting things together, they got a really hard matchup here with Baja to do it. What are your thoughts on that?
I like Bombers. That's a team that likes to start off early. That's what keeps them in the game. They like to come in the game and start right from the start, from the whistle, jump ball. They're going to take it to you, and they like to get on the board quick. The problem with them is they kind of don't finish the game. So I see Baja probably dominating that side of the game, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Some things that come to mind real quick. Jordan taking over this game is a very lethal threat. I don't know if the Bombers are ready to have someone prepared for Jordan Sanchez. He could easily eat this alive. Baja speed. Baja speed is very fast. Bombers' chippiness can play a part in maybe seeing if they can keep up with it, but if they do not keep up with Baja's transition, it's going to be very, very painful.
Yeah, it might be. It can turn into a blowout.
Yep. Another thing that I want to talk about, Connor Child ISO play. It's something that we've seen a lot with the Bombers play. I think it's carried a good amount. Baja have a very, very stout defensive guard lineup.
That's
it's gonna rip a Connor Child. Connor needs to be ready. This might be one of the first times, if not maybe the Lobos game, because the Lobo has great defensive guards.
Yes.
That he's really, really gonna have a gritty matchup if he wants to play his ISO play, and he's showing phenomenal independent performance. He very well could carry, but if he doesn't, they need to identify that. Juan needs to get in there and say, "Hey, look, we need a game plan," because Juan is very basketball minded.
Yeah.
So he's only vocal because he's very passionate.
Yeah,
but it comes out very aggressively, which it can with some people.
And they're going to need a huge game too if they want to really handle business with Baja, because Alex is going to have to.
Alex as well is another part of it.
So
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I was going to say, I don't talk about Alex enough. And he played that last game. Dude gets the ball, and he works for his dang bucket.
Yeah,
if he doesn't get it off the spin fade or the post fade or the shot, he is going for that board, and he is going for that second bucket. And he had a bunch of points himself. I wonder if his team can feed off that.
Yeah, and he's an undersized. He plays post. He plays down low, and he's way undersized, and he still is able to box out.
Big shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Big
box
shoulders.
Out. Look for the open guy, pump fake, take it to the rack. So yeah, all his points, he lives down there. So I think that's going to be a problem for Baja. But I see Baja bringing everything they got, and they're not going to take it easy on the Bombers.
Nope. Bombers very well can have these key pieces that we're talking about here, but Baja have a team with almost infinite options.
Yeah.
That's what separates these two teams, is that where the Bombers have these 3 or 4 options, Baja have 5, 6, 7 different options. Transitional options, set piece offense, Jordan offense, post with Wade if he shows up, post with Captain. He's pretty big as well. Their guards, oh my goodness, their guards. I think Bombers guards are not that bad either. So I think we could very well see them be a scrappy. I really look forward to that. I'm also very scared of that front court play as well, because it could lead to them just being transitioned out of the game.
Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see what Bombers can bring against this team that was at number 1, and is still considered one of the top teams. So we'll see what they can.
You know what I'll say? I apologize, man. I keep cutting you here, but I have some good thoughts.
Take it.
I see this for Bombers almost very similarly to the matchup that I saw with Shockers.
Yep.
When you guys squeaked away from the Bombers. It's what gave me a lot of life in the Bombers to see them play like that against the Shockers lineup. Very similar.
I'm with
they
you
got bigs as well. They got the same, very big bigs. Guards are going to guard. You guys have dunkers. They have people who can really get to that paint. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe Bombers can put it together here and
yeah.
really not let it get away, because that game didn't get away until the very end either.
Until the
didn't it?
very end. And so I think that's the problem with the Bombers, is just finishing strong and last few minutes of the game, taking care of the ball.
Right.
So this matchup will be good. Connor Child versus Jordan.
Yo,
Jordan Sanchez.
that's a good call out.
So-
Well, even then, I mean, Connor Child versus Jesus, Connor Child versus, you got Martin on the bench, Connor Child versus number 7 Oscar. It's going to be such a good matchup for all the Baja players to see if they can all compete with the Connor Child, because he is really offensively stout.
We're going to see what Gerardo throws at the Bombers. So
They should put a good game together. They should be looking to put a masterpiece here against a scrappy team.
Yep.
Let's see it, man. You got to be perfect to be the top dogs in these team. You got to come every possession with the plan, every 10 transition with the plan. So let's see something.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, let's go ahead and call a prediction on that one. I'm going to go Baja.
Yeah.
Bombers, I'm not going to say you're out of it on this one. I don't mean to be so light, but Baja have a very, very complete team here. I would like to see some disruption if you're going to fight for them.
Yeah, I don't want to. I think Baja doesn't want to take another loss, so I think they're going to come out guns blazing and they're going to take care of the Bombers. Even though I'm cheering for the Bombers, that's my other team. But it's second half of the season, everybody's going to be competitive and they're going to take it serious. So I think Baja is going to come over on top on this one.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and run into our next matchup here. Let's go ahead and run through our 10 o'clock game. What do we got, Mondo?
Lobos versus LND.
Ooh, Lobos versus LND. I'd like a complete game from Lobos. Lobos are showing to be a very stout team this year, second place. The captain's feeling very comfortable, Mondo Sr. I've had words with him, and he's feeling very nice. Yeah. And you get to feel nice when you're second place, don't you?
Yes. He's up there on the standings, and this will be a fun game for them. I think they're going to pass the ball a lot. They're going to
I look forward to that.
Come together. L&D, don't count them out. They're going to try. They're going to do their best. Carlos, their captain, he's trying his best, trying to get his team a first win. Hey, I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
But the Lobos will definitely have fun.
Yep. Some key things I want to point out with the Lobos. I'd love to see a very fast game. I love my fast basketball, Mondo. I talk about all the time.
You'll see it.
They play a very close brand of my basketball. I would like to see them consistently play that. They have the team makeup for it. I don't think they should take a day off because they're playing in LND.
Yeah.
So let's see a very good fast-paced game from Lobos. I would like to see Lobos shoot very well as well. They've had some shaky shooting, especially in a couple of weeks there where it's almost really hurt them very bad. If they're going to run and they're going to run sets, I would like to see them put that ball in. I would like to see that ball in go consistently through a Damon Jones, through a Joey Cortez, through a captain in the post, through some Devin slashing backcourts, things like that. I would love to see a mixed offensive display here from Lobos rather than maybe more of a sporadic, just kind of a pickup game. Let's put something together here. Let's see something very nice. Defensive, same thing. I want to see steals, blocks at the rim, transitioning to the other side. I just like very, very good basketball, Mondo. I like very clean basketball and very perfect basketball. You only get so many possessions in a basketball game, and that's what we're watching, is those different takes at those minimal possessions you get.
I think we're going to see that with the Lobos. Like I said, they're going to have fun with this. They're going to play Lobos basketball, shooting, defense, a little bit of everything.
We could see a show out by the Lobos, man.
Yeah, I think they're gonna put the foot on the gas and run and really put some points up there. And so, I'm sorry, L&D. This is not a shot at you guys, but they're gonna come out this second half like they're number 2. So
yep, I think LND, just real quick. One thing I've noticed in your guys' game is that the ball just moves a little slow. It's just hitching to person to person. My key things here is I need to see that ball zoom. I always say I would like to see, against a Lobo team. I'm going to be honest, as a basketball scientist myself, you need to move that ball. Their guards are very defensive minded, and they're big. Literally, they have a twin tower setup with the MVP of the league. You need to get the ball away from them, and if it gets to them, it needs to be ready to keep moving to find a zone for a shot, because I'm sure the only option here is going to be a Thompson shot or maybe an MB or Carlos. Someone's going to be shooting it up pretty sporadically.
Yeah.
Let's make sure those shots are good, LND. Let's find Thompson open. Thompson, be ready to get that ball
be
up.
ready, catch
You
and shoot.
got to make your shots this week.
Yeah.
You get your shots. Everybody gets their shots. They just don't drop. So let's get some practice in. Let's get some reps. You're going to get your threes because the Lobos are going to let you have them because that's just what they're going to do.
Yep.
You're going to have to take advantage of that and make it pay at halftime when they're like, wow, we are only up by 3 because Thompson and the gang are all putting in that ball in the hoop. That's going to be the science, or that's going to be the key here.
Yep, I agree. They're just going to have to get it together and keep pushing. You know,
And the defense, ooh,
Yeah. Again,
man or something.
I
Don't
see
go zone. Please don't go zone.
No.
You're going to get broken.
It'd be a fun one. I see Lobos taking this
I got
dub.
Lobos taking this one as well,
You know,
boys.
so
Don't drop it.
The MVP, the captain, Joey, and the rest of Devin Chavez coming through. Pond probably having a huge game. So
I don't think they got someone big enough for Pond.
back-to-back big
Rudd is
games.
pretty big.
Yeah,
Rudd is a pretty big.
Rudd will hang in there for a little bit. So maybe he'll hang on the rest of the game, and it'd be a different game for the L&D. But I don't know. I see Lobos taking care of business.
Yep. Take care of business, folks. Nice and clean. Business is booming, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and run to our 11 o'clock game.
11 o'clock game. I got Mambas versus Cache Valley. Wow, this is
I'll let you start on this one.
This
Dale.
is a coin up.
What you got?
This is a coin toss up. 50-50. They're pretty much the same record. I think they're a balance. Both of them are about the same as far as competition, players, and scoring. It's like a 50-50 game. This is how I'm looking at this game.
Okay.
Hopefully, Mario's been putting in some work, for Cache Valley Z's. So
Mario's out here right now.
and Jeremy's out here too, grinding. So yeah, this game, had a chance to be the game of the week, and it was close, and it'll be also a fun one to watch. There's going to be some competitive because, man, you do not want to go down three games. So
both of these teams, we're looking at Mamba's 5th and Z's 7th. So Z's need to pick this up to make sure they stay within that pack. Mambas, you take that 3rd loss, it really puts you down. You're really going to be fighting uphill from here. Well, we're calling an even game, or you're calling an even game, Mondo Senior.
yeah, it's going to go down to like the final minutes, I think.
I think that as well. I want to look at personnel real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think Z's have athleticism that Mambas might not have. Nigel Trace, I believe his name is. Peyton Park, if Peyton Park shows up here. They had Tyler Crosby show up as well. He's also bouncy. If Z's can come with this athleticism and they can play some really good basketball, I am leaning towards Z's in that regard.
Yeah.
They do have some really, really good talent, and it's probably the main reason why I've never been so low on them is because individually they are really showing to have some class on their team. It just doesn't come out in the way of a formation sometimes, and that's what I noticed with Z's is it just doesn't formulate and it breaks up a little bit, and you can see it falter. They got this one. I think they got this one if they play a perfect game. Their guards are really strong. I think when I think of both these guard matchups here, I think I'd give it to Z's, especially if Kyle Gunskog shows up. Their guard play could be just so mentally dogs that it ends up taking this a little bit, and then you had that. Mambas, to me, they got to play a good game here.
Yeah, they got a good game. They did show a lot this last game before the break. Again, Nolan stepping up big. If he steps up again, that's going to be kind of tough for the.
He's a slasher to his core, dude.
But again, Z's, they got some big guys there that shot blockers, and they can rebound the ball. They're not going to give you a second chance to put the ball back up. So you got to be smart and on your shot making. So
yeah, they have. They have the club. Mamba has the club in. I don't know if Z's have someone as big as like that, so he's going to have to really make sure he's bumping his body and getting his fouls.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see this transition play out. I can maybe see Mamba's just getting tired, and then next thing you know, they're just dunking it out. I don't think any of us want to see that because the Mambas are so good. They're putting it together. I think Nolan has an opportunity to really eat those possessions up from the people that left that team. And I would love to see him maybe carry averaging 20 points. I think he had 17 points last week when he took over. Let's get that over to 20. Let's make it consistent. Let's make it part of the game and see if that can be something so lethal that nobody can stop because that guy can jump higher than anybody.
Yeah, and Jeremy's going to come out firing. You know, he's in the top 3-point top 3-pointers in this league, and he's going to definitely come out firing. So, you know, extend that lead.
He's number 4. Got it right here.
Yep.
I'm gonna call Z's on that one.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mamba take it, and I think Mamba should. Maybe they should be a little offended by me saying that these are going to take it with the athleticism and the personnel they have. I'm just not sold. There's something about Z's that's just telling me like, hey, look, if they running the floor, if they're hitting their shots, Z's to me just come off a little bit more consistent.
If everything's falling for
Mambas
them,
need to fall.
Yeah, if everything's connecting and they're playing team basketball, they easily come up top. But I don't think Mambas is going to let them do that. Mambas is feeling good about themselves, and they just feel like they have more energy. And I look back too, and they play their butts off, and they beat Baja. And so I'm giving those guys. That's why I picked them.
Don't say that. You're making it hard.
You know, that's why I picked them a little bit because they have experience a little bit now. They're like, hey, we beat this guys. Hey, we can beat anybody. So, and I think if they take care of Cache Valley, man, that's going to be
okay. I see you.
Yeah,
I see you.
That's I got them just a little bit over, but it will go down to the wire. That's what I'm hoping to see.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Z's, if you do not cash this one in, Mambas take this one. I think this might be the thing that changes me a little bit to be like, ooh, Z's, what's happening here? If Mambas take that win, I think that is going to change things for me in my head to be like, wow, Mambas do have this team here. They might be the tail end of this 1, 2, 3, 4 seeding that I might not be anticipating here. So show out teams. That's what I got to say here. Show me Z's, show me what's up. Mambas, show me what's up as well. I'd love to see a great matchup at the end of the day, and I think that's all we kind of want to see, right?
Yeah, and I Cache Valley would do fine. It starts with Mario. I feel like if Mario can take a break from coaching and get in there and score buckets for his team, because he can get the team going. He can drive it in. He can dish it out. I saw a little bit of this in the last few games. He's got to come out and set that tone.
Yep.
You know. So, but. We'll look forward to this matchup too.
Yeah, so. I look forward to that one. I didn't think I was going to be so torn on Mamba Z's.
Yeah.
But when I think of it in my head, man, they're so close. So I like that. I like that matchup
close.
To see who takes their seating here. Well, let's go ahead and run through. We're at our noon game now. So what do we got for our noon matchup?
La Puerta versus Cobras.
Ooh, La Puerta versus Cobras. This is probably, to me, Chris Tena's first real defensive competition here. He's going to have a Davis Lowe. Jeremy is a very scrappy defender.
Yeah.
If he's around here.
You got Briggs.
Briggs is going to be dominating the paint. Kenny's as well.
So Cobras. This is going to be a huge challenge for La Puerta. They haven't, this is like you said, first game. With the big team, and I don't know. It's going to be a challenge for Chris Tena.
Yep.
He's going to have a huge game. I don't know, because he can put the ball in the hoop. He might have to go for 60 or something around that range to beat out the Cobras.
His offensive game. What I'm really intrigued here is the growth of Chris Tena, because we see growth from him year in and year in.
Yep. This
is going to be my first look at 2026 Chris Tena versus a stout defensive guard lineup. That's really what I'm really interested here. I might not even be focusing on the lineup as much as because Chris is so crafty. It's not that he just makes his shot, folks. It's not because he can just shoot well.
Cobras will have trouble. They'll have trouble.
They're going to have a lot of trouble. Their whole lineup is going to be trouble for him. So I would like to see what happens when they get him ISO. What happens when they ISO him, what kind of help Cobras are going to throw, and what Chris is going to do, because it's going to be very snappy. Chris is going to have to make decisions. Is he going to commit to the offense and barrel through two Cobras?
Yeah.
Or Is he going to find the double, break to the swing to the other side, or find the open man because of the double? It's going to be a two-way street of Chris Tenna. You're going to have to balance that balling out, seeing when the fade, seeing when you turn and it's there and you can put it up, or finding out if they're already crashing to you, because they are going to crash to you. I'm sure most teams that are competent say we need to crash on Chris Tenna.
Yep.
He needs a trap at all times. Chris, you're going to have to be ready for that, because I don't know if they just leave it ISO. Do you just leave it ISO when you're going against La Puerta?
No, but the thing with Chris Tenna, he can shoot it from the outside and take you inside. It's gonna be tough for to keep up with him.
I would not play Chris Tenna ISO, even if I was a Davis Low Cobra type defender. Are you kidding me, dude? This kid is out here Euro stepping around refs. He's shooting back, corner fades. He's like.
He's doing it all.
He can take literally any person here.
Yeah.
If Cobras want to play that ISO because they're confident in their ISO play, I think that's what hurts them. I think Chris Tenna takes it away until they say, holy smokes, we need to take Chris Tenna away. If you want to take Chris Tenna away, then that means someone is going to be open, Mondo. Yeah. The only way you take a Chris Tenna is by leaning to his side or straight up just trapping and doubling him. Someone will always be a snap open, whether it's going to be a big in the dunker spot, whether it's going to be your corner man on the offside. Chris Tenna's growth here is going to be identifying that and see if he can put some basketball together, because this is going to be one of those games where he finds out it's not just basketball. It's not just putting that ball in the hoop, because it can cost when you only have so many possessions.
I don't think Cobras are going to take it easy on him. I think they've done their homework, and I'm sure Chris is doing some homework too, and he knows what he's up against, and I think he's going to come ready for this game.
La Puerta, you have to come ready. We're talking about Chris Tenna here. One guy out of 5 starting lineup on the court. The rest of the team needs to show up if they would like to be competitive with the Cobras.
If you want to give a chance to beat Cobras, the whole team's got to show up. I think they will show up. Honestly, I think La Puerta is one of the top 3 teams in the league that have one of the best defense if the whole team shows up. They already got offense, and if everybody shows up, La Puerta will shut down any team. They're in the top 3 on defense. So if they showed up, I think Cobras could affect Cobras a little bit.
It's going to be, to me, it's going to be the way that Puertas put the ball in. And of course, stopping Cobras. They got to stop Cobras if they're going to put that ball in too. But I think you hit it right on the head. La Puerta, show up and run, baby. Let's run. Let's tie those shoes up, because they're going to be, Cobras are known for running. They're known for playing very fast-paced, swinging basketball. Their high post has been very dominant, if not the best high post in the game, in the league this year. You're going to have a run at it here. And I don't think La Puerta should just give up because it's Cobras.
Yeah, Cobras, you got
seed.
Amazing players. You got a fantastic athlete, Kenny. You got Davis that does everything. You got Jeremy, 3-point shooter that can just extend the lead quickly as well. And then everybody else fills in for the Cobras, and they do use their bench. So they will be ready for La Puerta come Sunday.
Cobras, just to speak on them, I would like to see a good game. This is kind of more like the Lobos L&D lineup, where I want to see Lobos play just immaculate basketball. Cobras, I would like to see immaculate basketball. I think I can be a little greedy with my basketball, because I do like, perfect basketball, if you will, or as close as you can get to it. When you have a lineup like this, when you're playing with such a difference in skill, you can't take the foot off, especially in this league. We both know that the scrappy teams will come back and they will take a W away that you should have. Cobras, let's play an immaculate game. Let's show some possessions. Every possession's what your team is about, and I think that can really be what Cobras show here. I'm going Cobras, obviously.
Going Cobras? Yeah, I'm also jumping on Cobras. They like to stay on number 1 spot. I don't see them wanting to lose anymore.
La Puerta, you kick them off with this one right here, man.
This would be a shocker. This would be the season shocker.
Man.
If La Puerta takes care of business on Sunday, I don't know.
Oh, man.
That'd be huge.
Chris Tenna, he goes off for 30, takes the dub, dude.
Wow.
His team plays phenomenal defense, scrappy, speed. They're all swarming the ball, and it just leads them to inching win, a 3-point win, dude. Wow. I can see it in my dreams.
I can see our first overtime of the season.
I can see it a daydreaming.
No, but yeah, come watch that game. It's gonna. I'm sure everybody's gonna watch it. They want
Yeah,
to see what
that's a great game to watch.
is gonna bring because he's been having awesome games.
Yes.
So it's gonna be nice. I'm sure he's gonna have another one. So just
Defensive stopper too, Davis Lowe. You got your work lined up.
I like
for
that
you, baby.
matchup. Davis Lowe versus Chris Tenna. I think, man, that's a match to watch.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that matchup,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be good.
Chris Tenna's got some pride out here too, man. I think he really should show both sides.
Yeah,
that could
fun
sway
kid,
things.
Awesome. Likes to play basketball. He's having fun. So
The shimmy and shakes, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
nice. All right, well, let's go ahead and finish strong with our last game of the day. It's going to be our 1 o'clock matchup. This is actually, folks, our game of the week, baby.
Yep, game
Mondo
of the
Senior,
week.
what do we got for our 1 o'clock game?
the 6-time champs, Pistoleros versus Shockers.
Ooh.
1 o'clock.
We got our number 3 seed versus our number 4 seed. And we have a matchup of last year's championship round, folks. We got an electrifying guard lineup, electrifying big lineup. We've got transition on both sides. Both teams like to get to the rack on the other side as soon as possible. Both teams like to set their defenses. Both teams like to have their big anchor down low. Both teams like to use that anchor as a high post. Dude, this is a heck of a game we have here, Mondo Senior.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know, folks, Mondo Senior is the coach of the Shockers. So let's go ahead and pass it to Mondo Senior. Mondo Senior, Coach Mondo, what do you got in your bag for this game?
Man.
I won't tell nobody.
No plans. We're going to come out like everybody's been asking me about it. Hey,
Everybody's wondering.
we're going to come out, play our Shocker basketball, good energy, get everybody involved, get the bench involved. Pistoleros is going to be a tough matchup. You know, they just, before the break, they played against Baja. You know what they did to Baja.
Yeah.
You know, we can't let them start off shooting that way as well as they did last game. We're going to have to do a better job of we're going to have to step up our defense, honestly. I think that's one of our weak spots, and we have to bring our defense, and we have to put the ball in the hoop and take care of it.
Talk to me about that defense a little bit more.
Yeah.
Pistoleros, they do have a fleshed out guard set. They do have those bigs as well. For your team in this one, tell me about that defense. What do you want to see from these Shockers defensively?
I would like to see them attack a little bit more. When I say attack, I want them to be more aggressive too. Start aggressive, bully basketball, if you can say.
You know? Put an arm on him, right?
Because
put a bump in.
Pistoleros are physical. I don't know if any teams really see that, but Pistoleros they're physical. They're loud, but they're physical too. You got to fight back in this kind of team. They're sitting on the top. They're the champions. They've been through it all. They know what they're doing. We got to come out and give them the same treatment. So
I don't think anybody's giving that treatment. I think you're hitting it right on the head. They're waiting for that treatment. That treatment, Mondo Senior, came from the Cobras in that loss against the Cobras. Yeah. The beginning of the season, Pistoleros are sleeping. Definitely not ready for a top dog team this year. And they end up just getting slapped. They end up getting slapped like that. I don't think they want to have that happen again here. I like that attacking mindset because when you have people of these kind of skill sets, really the only thing that really is going to scare them is presence. They're so good. When you get a high-level player who knows where people are going, who's expecting certain things, the only thing that really kind of unstops them is the unexpected. Yep. When someone swipes at the ball, when you're dribbling it and someone starts going like this, we all played against that guy, right? That goes,
yep.
And you're just like, what the heck, man? I can't even dribble my ball, right? And you're just like, this guy's a goober. He's never going to steal it. But why am I turned around and about to like this? It's because there's a little bit of itty-bitty, tiny little bit of fear that he might touch that ball. That is that attackingness, that grit that goes into that little extra mile that can say, hey, look, I know you're good, but I ain't going to let you have what you want, and I ain't going to let you dribble this ball every time you dribble this ball. I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to have you thinking on every level of the scale while you're trying to wait for your team to get open, because that is what it takes to beat up Pistoleros. Do I see that happen? No. Is that what you're talking about? I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Hey,
and your guards,
you
man.
brought it up,
Your guards, like Nico and your shooter, Tate Martinson, like, dude,
so we have a good
you have the
lineup,
attacking
and
dogs.
we do.
They
We
have
have
to
some
put it
guys.
together, and they can't get tired and back off that.
I just hope they all come ready, and we had a little chat with them, and I'm going to have another chat with them, so that way we're on the same page. We just got to come out. We got to want it more. I know we have a couple new guys on the team, but that shouldn't change a whole lot. Most of our team is back, and they understand what's at stake, and they understand what we have to do. We got to play our best defense. We got to come up from the start. We got to put the ball in the hoop. We got to make easy shots. We can't have small. We just little room for errors in this kind of game.
Oh man. I'm going to hold back on that because you just sent me off on a whole trail about errors in basketball, and I'm not going to go down it. But the gist of it is the percentage of possessions that you get and the errors that go into that and have to be calculated into it. This game is so highly touted, Mondo Senior. You cannot have these mistakes. I would love to see the Shockers not commit any of those because the level of basketball that we're going to see is going to be insane. Obviously, Pistoleros can make those same mistakes as well.
Yeah.
But Pistoleros are also 6-time defending champs, losing one game a year. They don't necessarily do that.
They hardly make
They don't show that, so I don't need to talk about it.
They're really smart, and I just, I think everybody, will be here to watch this game. It's going to be one of those games that, man, there's all kinds of matchups in this game. All kinds of matchups. So it'll be fun. It's going to be fun. You got brother matchup. You got guard matchup. You got post matchup.
We got Cam versus Mondo Jr., dude. I didn't even think about that.
So
we got Mondo
fun.
Senior boys going again. Little brother versus big bro.
Yep.
So we got the brothers playing here. That's going to be a really good brother matchup that I think we're all looking forward to.
They were over at my place for the fourth, for the holiday, and we're catching up a little bit. We're watching the Pistoleros versus Baja game. We're catching up a little bit, and hey, we're a little talk trashing.
The poison of me posting all these games is I forget that you guys get to watch.
Yeah, and so there's going to be all kinds of matchups.
Yeah. Last thing I want to talk about here because I just want to talk about it. And said you got to put that ball in that hoop. That ball's got to go in that hoop, dude. I think you probably know it better than anybody that ball needs to go
chance.
in.
I hate giving teams second chances.
That, Mondo Senior, it's the second chances that people give the Pistoleros. Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
No. It's perfect. Second chances. Pistoleros will take advantage of that. They'll fast break you. They'll put that ball back up quick. They
off a missed bucket. Yeah, off the dinky is the rebound.
So you can't let them get that. They're really smart. And man, they're led by one of the top dogs here, one of the best players too, Dito, and so, man, it's just we can't give them that. We just. I'm already getting anxious.
I can already see you coaching. I might have to coach that one for folks. I usually coach for Pistoleros when I can't play. Might have to turn off the mic. It's gonna be a coaching matchup.
A rematch, good matchups. It's gonna be good game. A lot of talking, I think.
A lot of talking. I can already see it coming.
It's going to be exciting for the Pistoleros and the Shockers, and then definitely this was going to find out where we're really at. I told my guys, this game right here is going to really get into us and find out what we're really made out of.
Yep.
So I hope they come ready. I hope they they come out here like I see them out here today. Balling. I told them, hey, called them out. Say, hey, let's come out here and get some shots in. Let's get ready a little bit. We just had a break. You guys had a bye. Let's give one of our best games out here.
I think so.
Win or lose, let's give out one of our best games and show like, hey, we can still we can still compete with the best teams and best players here in this league.
I love that, man. That is going to be our game of the week, folks. Yep. I highly, highly recommend coming for the games of the week. We're looking at two very stout teams in the Pistoleros with their championships, but of course with the Shockers as well. We don't want to diminish Shockers and what they're going to be able to do here. They're going to be able to see if they got a chance to knock off Pistoleros just like the Cobras did. Mm-hmm. I see that very similarly where if Pistoleros sleep, they're going to sleep and find themselves a 2-loss team. And we already tried to avoid that last week, and we're trying to continue avoiding that as we go on. Let's go ahead and go with our predictions. I guess so. Who are you gonna pick?
I'm telling you, I'm letting you pick. You know, I'm letting you pick. I'm still waiting for the first overtime of the season. So this could be it too.
Oh, what a game for overtime, dude. So, if we got extra basketball on this one, I'm going to call Pistoleros. A little bit of biases in there. Try to avoid it, but I'm seeing really, really fast Pistoleros basketball. It's something that I've ensured that is being pushed myself, being, one of the team members. They're showing it now. And I think that's why when you hit it on the head with the second chances, that is uber personal to me, because the second chances is part of the brand of Pistoleros basketball that I talk about, and it's something that we want people to know that they're going to pay off a rebound or off a steal or off whatever it's going to be. I think they're coming into that fruition. I just worried about them doing it against a fast team like the Shockers, who can also run with them.
Good boxing match.
And boxing matches, anybody gets their chin knocked in a boxing match, right, Mondo Senior? Yeah. So I'm going to call Pistoleros here. I think our bigs are showing very comparable. I would like to see continued shooting. The guard play is going to be very well. I just don't want us to sleep, or I think we lose. Go ahead, Sierra. What do you got on prediction there?
Predictions for this weekly top matchup here. You're just going to have to come watch. You're just going to have to
tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z.
We're going to give you the best game. That's my prediction right there. And, hey, if it goes to the Pistoleros, it goes to Shocker. Hey, learning experience. We keep moving forward.
Oh, I love that.
And, this definitely would help us out, though. We need this win. And, yeah, come Sunday, it's going to be a hot day. Bring your hydration.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
Should be a fun one, a really good one. So
we got some really good matchups going into week 6 here. We have a lot of teams looking to keep their high seeding, a lot of teams looking to creep up in those seedings as well. We really, really encourage you to stop by if you can, especially for that that game of the week matchup that we're going to have at 1 o'clock. If you can, though, I think all the games are going to be very comparable. So if you can show up for the earlier ones, maybe get some fresh air and maybe watch some good basketball, I think that's going to be really solid. Yeah, if not, that game of the week is going to be very stout. I think we're expecting an electrifying game from both sides, aren't we?
Pistoleros are doing amazing, because this is their second, matchup of the week. So
matchup. This is their second game of the week, I think.
Game of the week.
Is it back to back? It is back to back. We had Pistoleros last week.
So wow, Pistoleros are on the spotlight again.
So,
yeah.
All right. Well,
we'll see you guys Sunday. Everybody be safe, and should be a fun week 6. So I'll see a lot of competition from all the teams. Everybody stepping up. All the players being locked in, because this is it. We got 5 more games, and then we got playoffs, and.
Oh, we're in the guts of it now, are we, dude? Oh,
who's going to lift up that trophy this year?
Thank you so much. Well, that's been our weekday warm-up for week 6. We're going to be going into that matchup preview here, looking and seeing how we did with all our predictions here. So if you feel like it, go ahead and leave a like on the video. If you want to go ahead and comment about the different predictions that we had, or the different comments and the different styles of basketball that we talked about.
Say something to us. Talk some trash.
Yeah. Talk some trash. Yeah, let's talk some trash. I'd like to see that. But yeah, let us know if there's anything. As always, feel free to go ahead and stop by the scores table on Sundays. If you need to ask Mondo Senior any kind of questions or have any concerns, you're more than welcome to stop by. His door's always open. If you have anything you want to talk about, any kind of comments on anything we talked about, by all means, come by and say hi, and go ahead and give that little bit of spill if you'd like.
Give you a shout out back, and if you guys, like I said before, if you guys are interested in finding out how many points you have for the season, any other questions, message me, talk to me, or you can get with Rojas and he can pass me that information back, and we'll get you on there. And those are some players that are pretty close there. They're not quite on the list, but they're hanging around. So hey, there's still a lot of season left. So man, keep it up, keep balling, and keep helping your team get some wins.
Yeah, get those wins, y'all. Well, as we said, thank you so much again, Mondo Senior. I really appreciate your time and just coming and talking basketball with me. I think it's the best time all time when we can talk about basketball and get together in the sun, right?
Thank you. I'm happy for this, and see you guys Sunday.
Yep, see you guys Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in one more time. This is Drew with Front Row Media, and as always, Mondo, we jump in this league.
Yes, thank you, Front Row Media.
Yes,
and
sir.
We jump. Let's go.